Hey creatures! Welcome to the Conclave. I'm Harrold, and we've got a special first issue this week. It's kind of like a sub-event within DCKO's main event. It's going to be 4 issues, and it's called Night Fight, in line with the theme of a fight in a tournament in DCKO. So there's a little bit of spoilers here. If you're watching this video, you probably already know that the tournament was a bit of a sham. Just a bit. Batman was not going to fight in the tournament. Instead, he got blown into the back by the Joker, and now the Joker has taken his place in the tournament. And now Batman is off on his own, which if you looked at one of our videos, we actually predicted this a little bit. He was lined up against Star Sapphire, and I was sitting there going, there's no way Batman is actually going to make it to the end of this tournament without something happening. Or him winning entirely. Like Superman, I see him going all the way through the tournament. But Batman's not just going to sit there and wait on the sidelines. And he hasn't. So in DCKO, they previewed Batman hid a mother box in his suit. And so his suit's kind of like a mother box now. And it would act, and it had a timer activate if like something went wrong. And it did. And you see him in like this like statue form. And then it goes ping, 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 and the mother box goes off. And so now, DC, seeing an opportunity to sell a mini event inside the bigger event, gives us the Night Fight. And here it is, the Night Fight by Joshua Williamson and Dan Mora. Thankfully, they tell us it's a part of a 4-issue series, but we're just going to do the first issue here. We've done enough DC content here on this channel. Don't worry, we've got other stuff coming. The Night Fight! Look at that suit. I guess that's the mother box suit. Yeah, that looks really cool. And we got all the other Batman up there. This is going to be like bat on bat action. Get your bootstraps strapped, creatures, for all the bat on bat action you can find. Here we go. Night Fight! Also, while reading the comic, yeah, I want to see Aztec Batman. What is this, DC? Like, there was Batman Ninja, and now there's Aztec Batman. I'm not a fan of this. Clash of the Empires? Is that? Yes, that is a Conquistador Deathstroke. Say that 20 times fast. Oh my. Clash Aztec Batman? Why? It's just silly. Alright, back to Night Fight. And I'm not sure exactly what to expect from this book. This is kind of like a mini event inside a bigger event. So like, this is just gonna be like nothing but Batman, isn't it? I just hope that it sheds light on the bigger mystery of the DCKO event. Because there's a lot going on there, and it looks like Batman is out of the picture of the main tournament. So if he's here, then maybe he can solve the bigger issue with Darkseid. Let's cross our fingers. The book opens up with Batman on another night in Gotham. This looks like it's taking place, this first page at least, is taking place before the events of DCKO, or at least that's heavily implied. And Batman's talking about another night in Gotham, another crime. And then he talks about like his body is failing him and he can hear the creak of his bones over the sirens of Gotham. You can hear your bones cracking over the sirens? Batman, why are your bones exploding? Is your body filled with dynamite for some reason? Why do you have this exploding bone syndrome? I mean, I know you're getting a little bit older, but I mean, you've always kind of been this age in DC, so I don't know why this is an issue that keeps coming up. But man, the exploding bone syndrome? Ouch. What kind of doctor do you go to get that fixed? I mean, come on. And just as he rounds the corner with his exploding bones, he sees the fire of the circus, and he thinks he's too late, but he's not, because the Bat family made it. That's Nightwing, that's Dick Grayson Nightwing, that's Tim Drake Red Robin, that's Jason Todd Red Hood, and Robin Damian Wayne, who is the current Robin. Which, I mean, hot take, my favorite Robin right now. I really dig Damian. Every time he shows up in battle, he's just bringing a sword. Let's just cut some people up. He's like the DC Universe's version of Hit Girl. They should just let him go crazy in like a Black Label book. And if they are doing Brave and the Bold with Damian Wayne Robin, then they could really go crazy with it. But it's got to be PG-13 with Batman, right? They're not going to let Damian Wayne like cut up like a bunch of people. I mean, I can wish. I can hope, maybe, one day. Or I could just watch Kick-Ass again. Alright, either way, Dick Grayson Nightwing is leading the team, and they got everyone to safety, and they captured Professor Pig. And Batman's like just kind of standing there going, they did such a great job, look at them. He's just really proud of what they've done, and he goes over their attributes a little bit, and he watches them like take care of things, and it's kind of like a refreshing like, the Bat family's doing so well right now. They're in a good place. And Batman's kind of thinking, like, do they even need me? Like, do I need to strike fear in the hearts of criminals anymore when the Bat family is just cleaning up and making sure the streets are safe? And Batman is once again, like, considering retiring, or at least getting out of the way, or something of that nature. And that seems to be an ongoing thought of his as we fast forward into the DCKO event. So that was kind of like a prelude of where Batman's headspace is. So are they going to kill Batman at the end of DCKO? That would be really weird. But he thinks he should not be Batman anymore. So that's going to come up for some reason. Especially since he's getting his own side event, and then he should probably show up in the last issue or something like that with the big surprise. That's my guess. Because these next couple of pages are what we saw in DCKO #1. This is kind of like a recap. Batman and the team went to the heart of Apocalypse and were in the tournament, and then Joker shows up with a bunch of the other villains, and Joker just shoots him in the back. And then Superman's like, "Oh no, what have you done?" And Batman's like, "You've got to go on, Superman. It's okay. I hit a mother box in my armor. I'll be just fine in my own side event. Just hang on there. Just win the tournament real quick. It'll be okay. It's only Joker." And Superman's like, "No, you died." "Oh no, you just disappeared." "Okay, it's that kind of tournament. Okay, how many lives do we get? Is this Jumanji rules? 3 lives? Okay, all right, let's do this. Come on. So Batman mysteriously disappears and becomes a mysterious statue in a mysterious room with a couple of the other heroes. I think we see Blue Beetle and Mantis, Shazam, and Black Canary, who I don't think even were in the tournament or even volunteered, if I remember correctly. I don't know. But they're all statues in a mysterious room. But that's okay. Batman hit a mother box and it goes bing, 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 and then he boom tubes his way out of there. And where does he boom tube to? Well, Gotham, naturally. But he's looking around and he's like, wait, this is a little weird. Then he gets on his wrist communicator and he's like, "Mr. Turek, where am I? What's going on with the tournament?" And then suddenly, like a Robin Batarang just comes out of nowhere and hits his wrist communicator and fizzes it out. And in swoops this whole Robin squad. I'm going to call them the Robin squad. They're wearing the disgusting Robin colors, and a couple of them don't have like really dumb masks, and one is holding pistols. I like the one with the sword though. He's kind of cool. I like the one with the sword. But they're all like Robin knockoffs. And they scream out, "The Batman who fell! The OG!" And this implies a lot is in this universe. And they dive into battle over Batman. Batman's like, "Oh god, Robins, I don't want to kill you guys." "Well, I'm not going to kill you guys, but I'm not going to really hurt you. I'm not going to break every limb and paralyze you for life. Let's put it that way." That Dick Grayson has been training all of these guys. And just as Batman's about to say the name, there he is, Dick Grayson, geared up as a full Batman. He's got his own spotlight, blue spotlight, and his like blue chest symbol. And he is mad at our Batman. He's like, "Why did you come back? There would be war. I'm gonna kill you." And our Batman's like, "Oh, what, me? What did I do? Poor little me. I'm only the Batman who trains child soldiers." And he's like, "Why me? What did I do? I'm Batman." And Dick Grayson's like, "You know what you did. You jumped into the Lazarus pit. And so did all these other characters, like Jason Todd and Selina." And this Dick Grayson is just coming up with this story of his background. And so we must be in some kind of alternate universe. How is Batman even here? He boom tubes don't go into an alternate universe. Well, I guess they do now. But why jump into this alternate universe? This completely removes him from the rest of the plot. I mean, I'm sure it's gonna come together eventually, but this is really far removed, and I'm not on board. All right, what is going on here? So Dick Grayson gets the slip on Batman because he mentioned Selina going into the Lazarus pit, which definitely hasn't happened in the mainline universe, and this catches Bruce Wayne off guard. So Dick Grayson gets the drop on him, and he's like, "You've gone crazy, Batman. You went to the Lazarus pit, and now you're back, and you're crazy. You can't be here." And then he goes on to explain that he's built the Bat Tower. So he's replaced the Teen Tower with the Bat Tower. And now the Teen Titans train all the Robins, and they've got a Robin army. So you get quick peeks of Cyborg and Raven and Starfire and Beast Boy all training the different Robins. And Dick Grayson goes on saying that this is the dream of Batman. Create a safe world where Batman and his Robins control everything in Gotham City. And he has finally achieved that in the name of Bruce Wayne. And Batman's like looking around and he's he's like, I didn't want you to be Batman. I wanted you to keep being Nightwing, or maybe even retire from being a superhero entirely. Batman in almost every story has always wanted better things for Dick Grayson, and this continues here. It's a part of their relationship dynamic that I think is extremely intriguing and creates tension between the two characters. So to see it continue here is good to see. Looks like Night Fight's gonna be a Dick Grayson Batman story overall. So our Batman can tell that there is something wrong with this universe. Something has changed. He's gone into the future or an alternate dimension when he traveled through the boom tubes. And now he's looking at a Dick Grayson that's become like him, but like 1,000 times worse. And so he's like, I gotta stop you, Dick Grayson. Dick Grayson's like, I don't think that's gonna happen, buddy. I control this entire city. And so they lock fisticuffs. Fisticuffs. Come on, Batman. I'll fight you. Dick Grayson, you've gone too far. Let go of the Batmantle. You're not okay. And during their fight, Batman's like, Dick Grayson's so fast and swift. He's even older. He's older now, but he's like super fast. And he even drops the cape and brings out the batons and just whoops on Batman. The whole time, Dick Grayson thinks this Batman had been in the Lazarus pit and has gone crazy and is talking about some kind of dark side tournament, which this Dick Grayson knows nothing about. So he's trying to help Batman, like, regain his memory or be better. But our Batman's like, no. This universe is wrong. I gotta fix this, whatever this is. But Dick Grayson, like, Bruce, your brain is warped. You have to remember what you did. You went into the Lazarus pit, and then you came out, and you killed all the other Robins. You killed Damian, and Jason Todd, and Tim Drake. And there's a huge statue memorial to the 3 Robins that this Batman supposedly killed. So you can understand why Dick Grayson's super defensive right now. And then it says, next, Batman versus Batman to the death. No, I don't think that's gonna happen. This universe is gonna get wiped out in this universe. This universe is gonna get wiped out somehow. Or like, Batman's gonna go back in time and revert it. But it does look like Batman jumped universes to solve like a Sliders issue. Like, oh no, Dick Grayson became an evil Batman. And now I've gotta solve it and fix this universe. I don't know how this is gonna turn out. Maybe we'll see at the end of the DCKO event, because we'll still be reading that. But I don't know if I'll be picking up the rest of this, especially since it's such a side story. Like, he's in an alternate timeline, and it gave very little clues onto the bigger mystery of the DCKO event. So we'll keep reading the main book and maybe a tie-in here and there, but this one, bleh. Alright, I mean, the art was incredible, and for a short little story, I mean, it's kind of, it was heartwarming to see all the Robins together, but this is supposed to tie into the bigger KO event, so, and I don't see how that is happening at the moment. But this is a little bit of a pass for me. So remember to leave a comment to tell us what you thought, and like and subscribe. I'm Harold. We're here in the Comic Lab doing first issues every week, so tune in next week. We don't know what we'll have yet. Meow!